Are you thinking of teaching abroad and wonder where your money goes actually? Well, in this video, I'll be looking at your teaching salary versus the cost of living in four popular destinations in the world. And we're going to be comparing which of these countries sort of offers you more in terms of your teaching salary and your well-being or your cost of living and savings. Hi, and welcome back again to my channel. Now, many teachers make the mistake of basically looking at the salary alone and not taking into account all other things that sort of cover the salary will cover, and whether that gives you the best in terms of your livelihood and in terms of your life, your well-being. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at four destinations, as I've already said in this video, and we're going to be comparing your salary against your cost of living and which one works out better for you if your sole aim is to save money and maybe put that money into something else, or if your sole aim is just to make money. Okay, now we're going to be looking at which of these four destinations will work for you. Now, I've got my notes, so I'm going to be reading from my notes. If you see me go down, that's what I'm doing. Now, the first country that we're going to be looking at is the United Kingdom, okay? Now, I know lots of teachers want to come to the UK to teach, which is absolutely fine, okay? But I have said in one of my videos before that the cost of living depends on where you actually live in the UK. If you live in the north, things are cheaper. If you live down south, it's more expensive. Okay, but let's have a look at how that compares with teaching salary and your basic cost of living. So in the United Kingdom, you have your average teaching salary of 28,000 to 38,000 for first time teachers, or what do you call it, ECTs, right? Now, your tax, so you'll be taxed anywhere between 20 to 40% depending on what bracket you are. Now, if you live in London, of course it's very expensive, so London is very expensive, but if you live anywhere else outside of London, it's moderate. Okay, now what are your saving potential when you're looking at that? Now, it's very low. Okay, because London is very expensive, living costs is very expensive, houses are very expensive, and all of that. If your plan is to save money, or to acquire money, or to acquire wealth, then that's going to be difficult for you based on the starting UK teaching salary. Okay, so if you again maybe live somewhere in the north, maybe it's a little bit comparable, but down south, then you begin to go into the highbrow areas and where cost of living is very high. Now, go to the United Arab Emirates. So now the average salary of a teacher is 2,500 to 3,500 pounds tax free. Okay, this is tax free money. Now, what are the benefits of working? You have housing allowance, you have flight allowance, flight insurance, and all of those. Living costs, rent is very high, but it offsets, so the allowances offset all of your rent. Okay, and then your saving potential is very high. So if you're a single man or single woman, and you go teach, your saving potential is very, very high. Now, I always tell people this story. When I did my teacher training, I had this girl who was part of the cohort in my year that year, and she finished teacher training. So while some of us were looking for jobs in the UK, she got a job in UE. She went and was teaching, and I think about 2 years or so, she came back to visit, and we all had like a get together, and she was telling us how much money she was saving actually because her rent was covered. She's got the chauffeur, she's got people to help around the house, she does this, and then she earns her salary, which is actually tax free. And she says she's managed to save quite a lot of money within the 2 years that she had taught in the UAE. Now, of course, she was single, okay, and she gathered enough money and came back to the UK, got a mortgage, and then went back. And along the line, we lost touch, but this is what she did, and she couldn't talk less about it, about how good it was in terms of saving. Now, as I said, is for if you're single, if you have children, we're gonna get to that in a minute. Now, China. So the average salary for China you have is 1,800 to 2,800 pounds per month. Okay, and the living cost is low. Okay, and your accommodation is often included in your contract or whatever you get. Now, your saving potential is moderate to high. So depending on your lifestyle, if you're someone who's very conservative, who doesn't do a lot of eating out, who doesn't do a lot of hanging out, who doesn't I mean, if you have a moderate life, then you have very good potentials of saving a lot in China. Now we've got Thailand. So the average salary for Thailand is between 900 to £1,500 a month. Now the UK one is a year, okay? So please don't quote me. That is a month. So 28,000 to 38,000 is your annual salary in the UK. Why China, UAE, and Thailand? These are your monthly salary. Now it's not too far off, okay? By the time you break down the 38,000 into 12 months and then you remove the tax, you probably will be earning around about that, or maybe slightly more than that. If you're in the higher scale of 38,000, you'll be earning more than that. But again, this is the UK one is annual, not monthly, while the rest are monthly. So the average salary for Thailand is 900 to £1,500 a month, and the living cost is very, very low. Okay, and your accommodation sometimes included, other times not. Your saving potential is high. Okay, is very high, and then again the lifestyle is very affordable and very relaxed. So I know lots of people are trying to come to the UK to teach, which is a good thing. But now we can see that you have more opportunities in Thailand, you have more opportunities in China, you have more opportunities in the UEA. And I'm going to go a little bit further into those and what things that you will need at some point in the video. Now, as I mentioned, if you have children, most of the things I've said that those who are single, if you have children, then you don't have to put in the cost for school fees, children's needs. So you add all of those, okay? But let's say if you're a partner and you have two people earning that salary, I'm sure you'll be able to do some savings out of that. But again, don't forget that once you have children, you include that in the cost, and of course everything goes up. So those are hidden costs. Don't forget to add those. You've got your healthcare, you've got your and all of that. So don't forget to add all of those. But as I said, you have very good chances of saving if that is your goal, or acquiring wealth if that is your goal in this area. Now, for me, if you ask where's the best place to live, where is the best place to teach and live and get the most out of your money, for me, I would say go for China. Those are the best places where you can get more value for your money in terms of the leftovers after everything has been taken off. And then also, if you're looking for, now it depends on what it is that you need. If you want to make money, if you want to save money, China are your best bet. Now, if you just want a comfortable lifestyle and career progression, then UK is your best bet, okay? And then also, if you're looking at more cultural immersion, where you don't want any stress, low stress and all of that, then Thailand is your best bet. So it depends on what it is that you're looking for. What is your aim? If you just want a comfortable, easy life, then you can pick between China or UEA or Thailand. If you want career progression, if you want other things apart from that, a comfortable lifestyle, then UK is your best bet. So I mean, teaching abroad is financially rewarding. It is financially, but you just have to plan smart, okay? So sit down, think of your goal. What is it that I really want? What do I really want? What is my aim? And then with that and with information I've already shared, then you can go back and then begin to plot your journey to whatever destination that it is that works out best for you. Okay, if you found it useful as usual, so don't forget to like, comment, and share. And please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. So when I upload new videos, you'll be the first to know. It is free to subscribe again, so please do not forget to subscribe and share my videos, and I'll see you soon. Bye. schools, they don't really, yes, your qualifications are important, all of those are important, but they also want a personality. Okay, they want somebody who's got a lively personality, who is warm, who is smiley, who's friendly. Now, of course, don't overdo it. Okay, and it gets to a point, especially with the English, you have to be very careful, because overdoing things sometimes can sometimes begin to land you in a bit of disrespect, or saying jokes or things that are not appropriate. You think, oh, they are funny. So you have to be very, very careful, because your sense of humor is not the other person's sense of humor, especially in an interview. So be very careful, but try as much as possible to relax, smile, be warm, and be approachable, rather than being so stern and too serious, and get everybody scared about employing you. Those are the key things for me. I'd like to share on how to ace your virtual interview. So I know that they can feel quite strange, right? But with preparation and a lot of hard work in the background, you'll be able to ace it. Now, at the end of this video, in the description box, I'm going to be linking a free downloadable checklist of the things that you need to be aware of and all of that in the description box to help you prepare for your virtual interview. Okay, now drop your top 10 interview worries or questions in the comment section. I'm sure we'll be delighted to read those and give comments or feedback where we can, and also maybe a source of help to someone else who has an interview that they are preparing for. All right, do not forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel and videos, and I will see you sometime soon. Bye.